everyone, we're back. Sorry, I decided to end the other live streams because I was having some technical difficulties and I wanted to go smoke. So I'll probably delete that one here in a little bit. But yes, we are live and I'm probably going to be live for about an hour, give or take. So yeah, but this is why it's really good to, like I said before I ended the original live stream, that this is why it's really good to follow us on social media, is because we post updates and whatnot. Like, you can see when we're getting ready to go live and everything, and when a live stream has been like switched to a different time and everything. It's just our social medias are literally one of the first places that get updated and everything. So definitely follow us on one of our social media sites. Yeah, I kind of want to just give everybody a little bit of a chance to kind of file in. And whatnot before I kind of get into things I wanted to talk about in our live stream, just so that people aren't walking in and not having a clue what's going on. Sure. I always feel really awkward when I go live and I have no viewers. I don't know. Does anyone else feel awkward when they're like live and no one's watching? Because I feel really awkward. Makes me do really awkward things. Because I know, like, once I end the live stream, it goes on to, like, immediately post to YouTube. So I feel like I have to be entertaining while I'm waiting for people to file in. So excuse all the social awkwardness quirks. I've left my coffee somewhere. And that somewhere would be in my kitchen, as usual. I walk around with my coffee too much. I need to wash this cup. I'm like the messiest coffee drinker in the world. I don't know why. I always get like drips of coffee down the side of my cups. And I really don't like using my computer's camera and microphone because it's like unbelievably sensitive. Like the microphone, I've noticed in the few videos that I've done using my computer camera and microphone, like the sound is really loud. Like little things are actually really loud. So I'm hoping I can solve the problem with my webcam so that I can go live using my Logitech webcam, because its microphone is way less sensitive and obnoxious, but we'll see. So I keep looking over here because I have my little notes about shit I want to talk about in today's live stream. And I'm debating whether I just jump right into it or whether I wait a little bit for people to kind of file in. What's my dog doing? My dog's taking a nap. Bonnie's sleeping. I wish I was sleeping. But unfortunately, we didn't sleep very well last night, so pretty much like not at all. We went to bed at like 2, and then we woke up at like 4 and laid there and tried to get back to sleep, and then got up at like 5:30. So we didn't really sleep all that great. Do 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 do. Wish I had like a little clip of the fucking Jeopardy theme song. Have that playing in the background. I don't know why that keeps running through my head, but it does. It's been running through my head while I've been waiting on people. Random things that run through our head, I'm telling you. You don't even know. I have a bump on my neck I keep messing with. I'm sorry, you guys. I am really tired this morning and not feeling too creative as to things to come up with to do to be entertaining while we wait on people. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into some of the stuff I thought would be cool to do today's live stream, and if people file in later on, that would be great. I just can't sit here and stall too long because it's currently 8:26 and I have to be at work at 10, which has me having to leave by like 9:30 at the latest. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. One of the things I thought would be kind of interesting, because I see it asked quite a bit on like D.I.D forums and groups and whatnot, is how did my alters get their name? I kind of already know this, and no one's really asked me personally on YouTube or anything, but I thought it would be kind of interesting because I see it. It's a commonly asked question in like the D.I.D community, like how did your alters get their names? And everybody's system is different. Everybody's alters get their names in a different way. So this is in no way like a set in stone. This is how it works. It's just for my system personally. I don't even have my Logitech camera sitting there because my computer's not using it. So yeah, basically most of my alters already had their name. Like when myself and my care team slowly started becoming more and more aware of them, they already most of them already had a name. Like Cassie was already had a name and everything. Most of them, I would say good like 75% or more of them had a name already, and they chose them themselves. Like Cassie kind of picked her own name and whatnot. So I would say the majority of them picked their own names. And then I know some of the alters were given names by the other alters. Lucas was actually given a name because originally he didn't actually have a name. He was just kind of there and he really wanted one. And so I believe it was Miranda. I'm not sure. But one of the others helped him come up with a name that he liked. And so he was kind of named / helped pick his name by the other alters. So a few of them were given their names by a different alter. And then some of them, like, I did not personally name any of my alters, but some of them have been kind of named by other people inadvertently. Like one of my personalities, Clone, who you guys have not seen yet, that I know of. I'd have to go through my videos, see if there's any that look like me that I don't remember doing. Clone is basically one of my personalities that mimics me pretty much to a T. She's really hard to tell the difference between her and me, and that's kind of the point. Is she's there to kind of mimic me in an event that I need to be present and I can't. And whatnot, or if we just don't want people knowing that I'm not there. Such as if I dissociate for long periods of time, Clone will usually come out and act as myself, so it's not so obvious that we're dissociating for 2 days at a time or whatever. But her name's not actually Clone. Apparently her name is actually Annalicia, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I could be saying it wrong, because I've never actually heard the name spoken. I've just seen it written down on paper. So I might be pronouncing it wrong, but that's how it looks like it's pronounced. But anyways, that's actually her name. But my therapist actually ran in to clone and whatnot. And one of the others, I think it might have been Holly or somebody, I don't know, basically explained, like, yeah, she's kind of like Laura's clone. Like, she's pretty much identical, just with bits of information she should know that she doesn't. That's kind of like how people tell the difference between me and clone, is things that I would have the information to. Sometimes clone doesn't always have all the information that I do. But anyways, our therapist kind of started calling her clone, and it just kind of stuck. And so now that's kind of her name. Like, no one really calls her Annalicia anymore. And let's face it, clone is a lot easier to say. And whatnot. So I know there's a couple of them that have been given kind of nicknames that have kind of just that have kind of inadvertently turned into their name. So yeah, that's kind of how everybody got their name, is most of them chose their own name for various reasons. I actually haven't dug into it too deeply to figure out like why they chose the name they did. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why Cassie chose to be named Cassie or anything like that. I just know that most of them picked their own name. So that's kind of how everyone got a name. Is mainly they all chose it. Some of them were given a name by somebody else, and some of them just got a nickname that stuck and kind of turned into their name. All right. One of the other things that I probably should have done at the beginning of this video that I wanted to throw out there, maybe I did, I can't remember if I mentioned this at the beginning of the live stream or not, but is just a reminder to definitely follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, that sort of thing. Not necessarily all of those. I don't expect you to follow us on every single social media site, especially if there's a social media site you don't use. Like, if you don't use Instagram, we don't expect you to follow us on Instagram, because that would be silly. Then you would be using Instagram for the sole purpose of following us. But definitely try to follow us, or, you know, friend us on Facebook, or follow us on one of our other sites, because I have not found a good way on YouTube to give updates that are just quick little updates. Like when I gave out the update for today's live stream being switched from 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8, I can't really find a good way to do that on YouTube, which is kind of frustrating because most of my followers are on YouTube. Like, YouTube, I have the most following on YouTube rather than Facebook or Twitter or anything. So it is my main and like primary platform, but I can't figure out a way, because basically YouTube doesn't have an option. So YouTube creators, please, if we can make this a function or like an option, seriously would be handy. But I can't find a good way to give a quick update, just saying, hey, we're going live in an hour. I can't figure out a way to do that on YouTube itself without me making like a 30-second video that is just saying that. But then that's kind of a pain, because then I have to record the video and then go through all the processing and posting and publishing and stuff, and it's kind of a pain. So I can't find a very good way, and that may be something that I start doing, even if it's only like a 1-minute video. That may be something that I start doing, just because most of my following is on YouTube, so that's like where most people are going to see the updates. But that's why we keep saying, like, follow us on our social medias, is because we update our social media way before we even get around to YouTube. Because in order to update YouTube, we'd have to do a video, whereas we have an app and it updates all our social media at once. So it's very quick to just put out there and update Twitter, Facebook, and whatnot. It's just very easy. I can just make a post and it's simple and quick and done. So that's why we say follow us on our social media and everything. And, we're definitely more active on our social media than we are YouTube, because YouTube requires videos and they're a little more time consuming, if that makes sense. Like, we actually have to be home for one, or somewhere where we can do a video anyways, and we have to have time to actually sit here and make a video. Whereas making a post on Facebook, that doesn't require us to be home or have a lot of time on our hands. So just a reminder, go ahead and try and follow us on one of our social medias if you want to be kind of in the loop about any like upcoming videos or updates or changes to things, and that'll be really good. Yeah. What time was it? 8:30. My dog is snoring so loud. Oh, Bonnie, it's okay. Can you guys hear her? Bonnie. Bonnie. Hey. Wake up. It's okay. Was you dreaming? Yeah, he was dreaming. It's okay. Oh, now you're gonna get up here and be in my face? Up, up. Wuss. Come on, up. She won't do it in the office chair because it spins. Up. Jump. There you go. Come here. Almost. Jump. Jump. Up. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Jump. Come on. You can do it, baby girl. Come here. Up. Yes. Try again. Up. Bonnie. Up. She's shaking the chair moves. Oh. You can't see her, but she's got her head in my lap. Come here. Get up here. Bonnie. Come here. Hop up. Jump. Up. Come on. You can do it. Oh, that's not what Mommy meant. I'm gonna up. Jump. Come on. Up. Up. Come on. Up. Come on. Up. Come on. Come on. Jump up here. That's not gonna work. She's trying so hard. Totally got distracted by the dog. Up. Bonnie. Come on. Up. Come on. Okay. What are you doing right now? Come on. Jump. Jump up. Come on. Get up here. Come on, Bonnie. She's like, Mommy, I'm scared. Up. Come on. You can do it. Why are you doing it on the wrong side? Dorky dog. Come here, Bonnie. Hop up. Come on. Up. Come on. Oh. Stop that. Ow. Up. All right. There you go. Wuss. You's a wuss. Yes. No, I'm being attacked by kisses. I don't know if y'all can see, but she's got her arm on my shoulder. Yay. Yay. Mama loves you too. Oh, kisses. Baby. Maybe this was a bad idea. She's going to be trying to give me... Oh. Child! That was not smart. You're going to hurt yourself. Now that I've officially been slimed. Well, it's been 20 minutes and I don't really had anyone file in yet. So I think I'm just going to cut this live stream here. We will be live at 10 o'clock next Saturday. I don't have work as of yet. So definitely join us next Saturday for our live stream. And that way we can have really awesome live streams where everybody's talking to each other and stuff. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful Saturday. And I'm going to go smoke and have some coffee and get ready to go to work.